Hello everybody, welcome to this next video on the course Introduction to Probability. So in the last video we have practiced some questions based on conditional probabilities. We saw how we can compute conditional probabilities, right? So you see what we have done. We have you have an experiment, right? So experiment, you have a sample space, right? And then you have some events, right? So suppose this is A, B, C, some events, and we saw how to compute probability of A given the event B. So we call these probabilities as conditional probabilities, right? But most of the times, now we would like to connect that, okay, suppose we know some conditional probabilities, can we use these conditional probabilities to compute unconditional probabilities? Okay, so the question in which we will answer in today's video is that you are given conditional probabilities for different events, right? And we want to use these conditional probabilities to get some unconditional probability for a given event, right? So we want to just have a connection, right? So we are looking at a connection between conditional probabilities and unconditional probabilities. So I can also see the title is using conditional probabilities, use of conditional probabilities to compute unconditional probabilities. So we can also write it as connecting conditional and unconditional probabilities, conditional and unconditional probabilities, right? So I will tell you that not in every type of experiment you would be able to connect them, although there may be some relation between conditional and unconditional probabilities. But when your experiment is of some particular type, in that case this connection is easy. Okay, now what is that type of the experiment? So if your experiment has some sequential character, okay, what do you mean by sequential character? That you can list the outcomes of the experiment in the form of a sequence, right? So when constructing probabilistic models for an experiments that have sequential characters, it is often natural and convenient to first specify the conditional probabilities and then use them to determine the unconditional probabilities. I will tell you how. Okay, so you just note this point that when you have a sequential character in your experiment, then most of the times we will first compute the conditional probabilities, and then we will use those conditional probabilities to compute the unconditional probabilities. Okay, the second point I want you to notice that this is the definition of the conditional probability, right? That conditional probability of A given the event B is probability of intersection, that is intersection of the events, probability of A intersection B divided by probability of B. Now if and where probability of B is not 0, right? So you can bring this factor here. So you can write this statement as probability of A intersection B is equal to probability of A given B into probability of B, right? Okay, so I will explain everything with the help of an example. So this is an interesting example, right? So look at this example. I'll read the statement first. So I'm writing all I try to write them in advance so that we don't waste time here when I teach you. So I don't want to waste the time. That is why I just write the statements in advance, right? Okay, so look at the statement that if an aircraft is present in a certain area, okay, a radar correctly registers its presence with a probability of 0.99. Okay, so it means that if an aircraft is already present in a place, then the radar will detect its presence with a probability of 0.99. And if it is not present, because radar is not 100% efficient, so sometimes it will falsely also register the presence. So if it is not present, the radar falsely registers the presence with the probability of 0.10. Now next thing given to you is that assume that the aircraft is present with the probability of 0.05. So the question is, what is the probability of a false alarm and what is the probability of a missed detection. So what is this false alarm? False alarm means aircraft is not present, aircraft is not present, and radar registers. This is what do you mean by a false alarm. And what is this? Missed detection means aircraft is present, aircraft is present, and radar does not register. Okay, so now you know that this event and you want to compute the probabilities of these two events. So let us try to first make a tree. We will make a tree of the events. So you see, this is your experiment, right? So what I am doing is I am just specifying some events. So A is my event that aircraft is present, and aircraft is present. And B is the event that radar registers the presence. Okay, so you don't have to specify event C and D for aircraft not present and radar not registering, because if you have specified A, then A complement will be aircraft not present, aircraft not present, and B complement will be radar does not register, radar does not register. Right, now aircraft is present with a probability of 0.05. So you are given that probability of event A is 0.05. Now because this event and this event, the sum has to be 1. So probability that aircraft is not present is 1 minus 0.05. So it is 0.95. Okay, so this much information is given to you. Like for radar, the probabilities are given in terms of conditioning. For example, here it is given that if an aircraft is present, then radar correctly registers its presence with a probability of 0.99. So you don't have to you are not given the probability of B directly, right? Okay, fine. So we can draw that either the aircraft is present, so aircraft present, which is the event A, and probability of A is 0.05, and then you are given that aircraft not present, aircraft not present, which is the event A complement, and its probability is 0.95. Right? Okay. Then further you can have aircraft is present. Then you have radar registers. Radar registers. Okay. So it means that probability, this is the event B given A. So when aircraft is present and radar registers its presence. What is the probability? Probability is 0.99. You see, when an aircraft is present, radar registers its presence with the probability of 0.99. So this event is B given A, and its probability is 0.99. Okay, and then probability that radar does not register. So here you see aircraft is present but radar does not register. So that is B complement given A, and its probability is B complement given A, because sum of this probability and this probability has to be 1. So this is 0.01. Is that thing clear? And similarly here also you can have further branches of the tree. So here radar registers. So this event is that B is there when A is not there, and its probability, you see, it is given that if aircraft is not present, the radar falsely registers its presence with a probability of 0.10. So it means that this event probability of B given A complement is 0.10, and then here radar does not register. So this event here is B complement given A complement, and its probability, because its sum and its sum has to be 1, so its sum is 0.90. Is that okay? Now you see. Now if you look at this event, what is this event? This event is that aircraft is present and radar registers it. So this is A intersection B. Right? This, if you look at this node, what is this node? This node is that aircraft is present and radar does not register. Aircraft is present and radar does not register. So this is A, aircraft is present, intersection B complement. Okay, so this is a missed detection. So we are interested in probability of this event because this is asked to us, right? Now you see how you compute it. So because you are going along this path into this path. So what is the probability of this event will be this multiplied by this. So probability of a missed detection is equal to 0.05 into 0.01, which is 0.005. Okay, so you can also compute it like this, that this is probability of A intersection B complement. So using this, I told you that this will be helpful. This will be, okay, this formula. So what you can do, you can go here, you can try that. Okay, I can write it as see, if I ask you to compute what is the probability of B given A complement, because that is what we know, right? Sorry, we know in this path we know B complement given A. What is the probability B complement given A? So that will be probability of B complement intersection A divided by probability of A. So it means that probability of B complement intersection A is equal to probability of B complement given A into probability of A. So that is what we have done. This is probability of A, right? And then probability of B in complement given A. So that is what we are multiplying. So this is 0.01 into 0.05. So this is 0.005. Okay. So you can see mathematically also, and you can see that, okay, because this is the event we are interested in. So we will just trace its path. This is your route. Okay. Because this is the place from where we start. So we will just trace the path, and we will note all the probabilities along the path, and we will just multiply them. Okay. Now, so the answer to this question, that what is the probability of a missed detection, is 0.005. Now let us look at what is the probability of a false alarm. Now you look here. False alarm means aircraft is not present. This is what we are interested in. Aircraft is not present and radar registers it. So this here is your false alarm. So what is false alarm means? Aircraft is not present and radar registers it. So what is the probability of a false alarm? So you just go trace the path. This is the path of the false alarm. You have to go till root. So this is 0.10 here, and then 0.95 here. So your answer is 0.095. Okay. So this is how you will compute the probabilities of events using the conditional probabilities. Right. So for example, if I ask you what is this event here, can you see what is this event? This event means aircraft is not present and radar does not detect. And what is this event? It means that aircraft is present and radar detects it. So this is a correct decision, correct observation, and this is also a correct observation. So if somebody asks you to compute the probability of correct observation, what is the probability of a correct observation by the radar? So that will be this probability plus this probability. So you will do, this is 0.90 into 0.95 plus this here is 0.99 into 0.05. 0.99 into 0.05. Okay, so this is how you will compute the unconditional probabilities using conditional probabilities, right? So I have summarized what I have done in this problem, and we will use it for many problems, right? So this is the general rule for calculating various probabilities using a tree based sequential description of the experiment. So the first step is you will make a tree of the outcomes of your experiment, right? Like here I have done, okay, this is the possible things which can happen in my experiment. I just made a tree. So you will make a tree. Okay, so we will make a tree in such a way that an event of interest is associated with the leaf. Okay, so this is my root, this is my root, this is branch, these are all leaves. This is a leaf, this is a leaf, this is a leaf. Okay, let me make root with red color. Okay, and branches with I can take another color, maybe blue, right? Branches I am making with blue color. These are my branches, right? These are branches. Okay, and these are nodes or leaves. Okay, now if you want to then what we will do, we will note all these probabilities. These may be conditional probabilities or unconditional probabilities. We will note all these probabilities. We record the conditional probabilities or sometimes the unconditional probabilities associated with the branches of the tree. Okay, then if you are interested in any event, suppose this is the event you are interested in, this one here. So what you will do, you will just trace the path till root, and on the way whatever will be the probabilities, you will just multiply those probabilities to get the probability of this event. So these probabilities most of the times will be conditional probabilities, right? Because this has happened. Now this branch means what is the probability of this thing given that this has already happened. So that will come in terms of conditional probabilities. So we obtain the probability of a leaf by multiplying the probabilities recorded along the corresponding path of the tree, right? So suppose I want to compute what is this, what is the probability of this leaf. So I will just trace the path here and then here and then here. Okay, then I will multiply this 1, 2 and 3, whatever these probabilities are, and then I will get the probability for this event and so on, right? So you will see in the next video that this approach is very useful and it is very helpful. It will allow us to compute the probabilities in very complex situations. Okay, so thank you for watching. Please do some practice of problems and you can write your doubts in the comment box. I would be happy to help. Please share this video and subscribe to this channel. Thank you for watching.